Assalamualaikum everyone. This is the startup page of our project Insight, Human Resource and Payroll Management System. So there are three kinds of user roles: administrator, employee and client. So as the major part of our system is considered to be the client's part, therefore I'll be logging into the system using client's account first. So let's log into the system from client's account. This is the client's interface. First of all, I'll add the basic information. So to add the basic information, go to the basic setup in drop down option at the left sidebar menu, and let's first add department. Add a department. Similarly, go to the designation and action. Create new. Senior. Software engineer. Create. Similarly, add an L. Create new. Shower. APK. Create. Payment mode. As I've already added some of the payment modes, so I'll simply move to employee master. Add an employee. Add an employee. Since I have to cover the whole system in a short span of time, I'll fill the fields that are required just to demonstrate the behavior of the system. So these red outline part is the required fields. Add an employee. Abdul Wahab. First of June 2016. 30 days. Probation days. After adding 30 days, will be 1st of July. So permanent employee, category full time. 1, 2, Abdul Wahab. This is the record that I've added. Now so suppose there are 10 employees in my company, from which 2 of them have already resigned. Therefore I have 8 employees who are currently working in my company. Now I want to process the payroll of all of my employees. So to process the payroll, I will use a utility called payroll process. So go to the utilities, payroll process. First of all, go to the transactions and payroll transactions. So I have to remove all this data because I have already added it previously. I'll simply go yes, I have to remove the delete this data as well, and edit some more the data to roll back the system. So now I have rolled back from the system. Go back to the system and now go to payroll transaction. See, there is no data available in payroll transaction, and similarly no data available in history transaction as well. So I'll use a utility payroll process. Now go to transaction and payroll process. So as you can see, the payroll transaction was empty previously, and now it has got 8 records. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So it has got 7 records. Okay, so notice that these records are of those employees that are currently working in the company. Now here is one thing to understand, that why did I actually use the utility? What really did I get from it? Now suppose I have got thousands of employees. I'm not going to create every single employee each time. I'll simply use the payroll utility, which will transform thousands of data in just one go, or in just one click. Now just go to now edit some information of an employee. So which was the employee that I've added? Here is Abdul Wahab. Edit it. So suppose he was absent 5 days, and I want to give him a 2000 bonus of 2000 rupees. Okay, simply save it. Now the next step of this payroll processing is history transaction. As I mentioned before, again I will use a utility for this. Go to the utilities and history process. Click on the process button and it's processed. Go to the transactions, history transaction. So this table was previously empty and now it's populated with some of the data. Now the question that appears here is that what actually history transaction is. So the history transaction basically calculates the salary on the basis of attendance and also the income tax on the basis of laws provided by the government. Now let's see what is the result of this history processing. And this was the employee that I have added. Check out the details for it. So he was absent 5 days, and on the basis of these days I have calculated the basic pay of this employee. As you remember, we have added the amount of 50,000 of this employee. Now it has deducted to about 41,000 and something, and this employee has to pay income tax of about 549.73 rupees. So this was the processing that was going behind this. Okay, now move further to the next module, reports. Now I want to generate payslip of all the employees that are working in my company. Go to payslips, and now if I want to filter the data of employees, I will simply input the data on the basis of what I want to filter, employee code, department or designation, whatever. So I want to filter the data on the basis of process date. Okay, download. These are the pay slips of all the employees. This is the transformed data of all the employees. Total earnings, deductions, to net payment, employee complete information. So this is how I'm going to process the pay slip. Now go to the disbursement register. Now if I want to take the report of all the employees that are working in my company, or if I want to take the summary of all the employees, I will simply check the summary and I'll mention the process date. And if I want to filter the data, I will simply input it over here and generate the data. This data generated, this is the summary generated. So if I want to download it in an Excel file, I'll simply click it here, or if I want to want the CSV format, I will simply click here. So let's check out the Excel format. Open it. It's taking a lot of time. Basically what this Excel sheet outputs is that this is the table, and this it will simply output all of this information in an Excel sheet. This is what Excel sheet is going to do. So thank you so much everyone. Allah Hafiz.